I'm Jessica, an autism mom. Today I'm going to share with you my experience on how we got to the decision that we needed to have speech-language pathology therapy for my son Curtis. You see, he wasn't diagnosed with autism until he was 7 years old. In the autistic medical timeline per se, 7 is kind of late. They like to have what's called early intervention therapy and start therapies early, but if you don't know your kid's autistic until later, there's not much you can do. Well, when we began our journey of finding the different therapies, one of the first they recommended, of course, was ABA, and most of those wait lists are long. So in the meantime, they asked us if we wanted to have what was called PCIT, or Parent-Child Interaction Therapy. It was actually quite helpful, as everything that we knew on how to parent our child, we were banging our heads against the wall because, normal discipline things that we used to have done to us when we were kids that our parents recommended, they just weren't working. But that's because he was autistic. So we went through that therapy, and therapists would ask us, have you noticed anything different? One of the things I noticed was that, we're Star Wars fans, and Curtis would often use what we called Yoda Speak. He would turn his sentences around, and then when the movie Home came out, he sat enthralled and he could completely understand what O said. And I asked him one day, I said, does O make more sense to you than the most of us? He was like, yeah. So it was like the words were getting, jumbled up and backwards in his head, and I thought, oh no, maybe he's got dyslexia or something on top of that. So I mentioned that to our therapist, our PCIT therapist, and she said, you need some pragmatic therapy. You need to go to speech. I had no idea what that was gonna be. And so at that time, they recommended we go to a speech therapist, and we went to the office and we went through an evaluation, and they explained to us what it was and what he needed. And it was actually a mixture of one-on-one therapy with the speech therapist. They actually introduced us to chewing therapy, and then later they added a social skills group. So as you're going through your journey with your autistic child and the therapies that you need, and making those decisions as to what is gonna fit in your schedule and what's not gonna fit in your schedule, be open to the different ideas. Research. Make sure you find somebody that is recommended by not only your doctor, but also other moms and other people in the community. And always, always, always be sure that your child is pairing with the therapist and with others in their social group. Be aware of what they say, because your kiddo does have an idea, and they can feel certain things, and they may not have the right words to tell you, but as they go through that pragmatic therapy and speech, you can tell whether or not it's helping.